Hey, it's Coach Casss. I'm dropping in really quick. Before we get started, I need your help. Need your help with this podcast. If you love this podcast, take a few seconds, hit subscribe, and rate us 5 stars. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, scroll down a little bit down to ratings and reviews. Tap the 5 stars, and it literally takes seconds. It helps me out. It helps the podcast out. And if you really want to go the extra mile, write a review. Yes, thank you so much for your help. Please share with someone you think will benefit from listening in. Thank you for helping to really help this podcast grow. Now on to the show. Hey family, what's up? It's Coach Casss. Welcome to the Hub. On today's show, I have Nia from New Orleans. So excited to have her. She is repping Delta Sigma Theta. She's 42 and she's single at the time of this broadcast. You know, hey Nia, hey girl.
Hi, how are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, so happy to have you. All right, Nia girl. So let's get right into it. Tell us, what has love been like for you? You know, you're a driven woman, an attorney, New Orleans, all the things. So what has love been? Take us on a little journey. What has love been like for you?
It has been exactly that, a journey. So I got married at 20. Got married very young. I had 4 children out of that marriage, divorced while I was in law school, and then stayed single for 7 years. Dated, but wasn't partnered for 7 years because there was a lot that I had to figure out about me, what I wanted and what I didn't want. So I chose to stay single. And then I was partnered for 4 years. And I actually looked at the calendar the other day because I have a picture of the day that we broke up. Wow. And so my ex and I broke up in August, and I've been dating ever since, not partnered, but happily actually enjoying dating.
Well, that's exciting. You're enjoying dating. We like to hear that. You better be enjoying dating, girl. Yes. All right. So tell us, what's your question?
So as my friends and I, we navigate, most of us are single, and all of us are really, really successful, have friends are lawyers, doctors, business owners, and sometimes the work that we do can be a little bit intimidating for men. And so it's the ability to receive and give love from a really highly successful place without muting who we are and all the work that we've done, to get to where we are.
So tell me about a situation where someone had an issue with what you do or how successful you were.
Sure. And so I always say I look great on paper. You look at my resume, you're like, yeah, that's a bad chick. I'm in a lot of organizations. I do some work, some policy work, politics, and have a lot of spaces where I move raising money and elevating voice of community. And it seems really dope and really exciting. Like, yeah, I want to date that chick. She's fun. Until I've been in scenarios where, I dated actually one guy. He's still a good friend, so I'm not gonna, negate it. I dated one person, and he kept trying to attach his work to mine. And I was like, no, actually, I want to do this over here and, and here over there. And it was very clear that he was trying to pull my resources for him. And that was frustrating. And whenever he had an idea, and his ideas weren't always so great, I had to be like, that is a great idea. I have an idea. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Let's figure out how we can do that together. And I'm like, no, stop muting my work.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's a little bit different. So you were dating a mooch. So that's really what that sounds like, So for all the listeners and those watching out there, have you ever dated a mooch? Think about it. So yes, there are definitely people out there that'll mooch onto you and leech onto you and want what you have, one part of my culture, sometimes people be like, where's mine? Or, did you get me something, and forget to say thank you. So yeah, this can definitely happen as you start merging lives with people, but it's just to pay attention to the signs. I will say that not every man is concerned with your success, right? Not every man is focused on what you do unless that's what you make the relationship about, right?
Mm,
So, what are your conversations continuously about? Like, for instance, I'm married to someone who's very successful. And one of the things that we connected on
mhm.
was business, so the thing is, where do you connect, and is it only in business, or are there other avenues? Now that's the thing, we also connected in our faith, we also connected in travel, we also connected in just personal development in general, so sometimes we could be a little bit of workaholics. So what you want to look at when you're, sifting through to connect with your diamond, that rock of a man, is really to look at, where are our points of connection, and how do we not always fall back to business conversation? Because then that's when it becomes, well, what are you doing? What am I doing? What are we doing? How are we doing this? Or how can I be better at you? Because you're focused your conversation there. And as a successful woman who's driven, who has many things to do, that might be your resting place, right? Like, okay, what's the next thing I can conquer? What's the next thing I can do? Let me look at my to-do list. So then it's also looking at you to say, okay, well, where's the fun? Right?
A fun chick. That's my add-on.
All
I
right. So you're a fun chick. So then do you rest in the fun place when you're dating? Like, do you rest in the fun place? And is that the conversation? Like, I'm specifically talking about this guy. So the guy that you were dating that ended up kind of being like a mooch, like, did you guys rest in the fun place, or were you mainly resting in a business place? Tell me.
I was always trying to go to the fun place, right?
Mm,
I love bike riding. I love going to eat. And actually that's been the best date. That's when I say I enjoy dating.
yeah.
I'm, actively dating, but like, yeah, bike rides and camping and,
Yeah.
snorkeling, and let's, drop it and go. That's what
Yeah.
I want, right? And I want
Uh-huh.
one that I can talk about work too, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, we have a great time. With
Yeah.
that person, we did not have fun.
No.
And so it would always drive back to cool, 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 cool. Can we do this case together? No, I do not want to do this case together. I want to
Mhm.
have the fun part. So
Right.
I became clear and I let it go.
Yeah.
And it just, I had to
Mm-hmm.
learn. And
Mm.
now, in my dating time, like to prioritize what makes me happy in dating
Yeah.
world, which is
Yeah.
letting the work go
I
and
love
just
it.
enjoying the space and enjoying the other person.
Let the work go. Yes.
So,
So yes. So then that definitely is the message, right? So let the work go. So for all your successful single ladies that are in your circle, I would invite them to start to analyze, or to look at, have they let the work go
mm,
in their dating life? Because like you said, you are now enjoying dating. So this might be a past tense question versus a current question, so okay, this is something that maybe some of your other girls are struggling with, but I feel like this is not something that you're struggling with. So tell me, what is the real question, Nia?
No,
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's opening my heart to accept something that I haven't experienced before,
Mm-hmm.
and it really is, like in my active dating life now, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's some great guys out there. I mean, they really, really are. We complain a lot about, what's not there. And I guess, what speaks to each of us, that may be hard to find, but there's some really, really great guys out there. I've been enjoying getting to know people and discovering people. But like I get I get worried, that
Mm-hmm.
like all the work, all the things is gonna pile on and make me less desirable for somebody that I really, really enjoy. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I'm like, I worry about that. I worry about the
Yeah.
work, what it means to bring the work in, because that is really who I am. I don't think I ever really, I say let the work down. I don't do that really. I mean, it's my work stays with me. I'm in LA.
24/7.
Yes, came to LA to enjoy friend time, and I'm like, what? By 12, I should be free.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So okay, so in terms of receiving love and opening your heart, it really comes down to trusting yourself,
Yes.
right? And sometimes we feel like our picker is broken. You
Mhm.
know, okay, I thought that was a great guy and that didn't work out. I thought that was a great guy and that didn't work out. So every time you choose someone and it doesn't work out, it kind of edges away at your confidence in choosing the right one for you. So then a part of you is like, okay, well, maybe I'll just keep it light and not go too deep and just have some fun.
Exactly, exactly. But like guys, the reality is guys don't always want to partner the fun chick, right? They
Mhm.
will enjoy the fun chick, but not want to partner the fun chick.
But the thing is that they do, right? So Hill Harper wrote a book called The Conversation.
Mhm.
And essentially, it's a light. There's a light about you. Just getting on this podcast and seeing you, I see the light, you know, and that is attractive. And men are attracted to that. So now the thing is, out of all these people, who do you allow in?
Yes.
Right? And so it is one practicing vulnerability, right? You have to practice vulnerability because a part of you is like, okay, well, here are the things that I share and here are the things I don't share, right? So being able to practice some of those things you don't share with the person and just know that, yes, I'm having fun, but let's see who sticks, right?
Mhm.
So as I sift through this, let's open up who I am and let's see who sticks versus staying a little bit reserved to that side and seeing who can prove themselves to then get the access to the code, to the vault in the bottom of the,
Yes,
and
that's
jump through the hoops and Spartan race through the river, all the things. So instead of that, being able to say, okay, well, hi, Joe. How you doing? I know we're here. Here's some things I like to do for fun. I'm divorced. Yeah, I have 4 kids and I love them. So being able to just ease in the conversation, some of the things that are a part of you that maybe you would wait 7 dates to share or 10 dates to share. Instead of all of that, just be like, this is who I am. It's a part of who I am, kind of like a take it or leave it without the cockiness though, right? Without the cockiness. It's
take the cocky out.
it's a delicate balance,
This
right?
is real. This is so real. I
It's a
appreciate
delicate balance.
it. Yeah, you know what, that is actually really sage advice, like, put it out there. I say that all the time with with my clients when I do a criminal case. I'm like, we get rid of all the things that can make the jury say no in the beginning. We dispel
Yeah.
all the things in the beginning so we can get to the heart and meat, and I can get you to go home. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that is a good ideology and philosophy to have.
It's just funny how we will tell other people but don't take the advice ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And it's amazing. So for instance, even like a doctor, right? So a doctor could be fully overweight, smokes every night, but tells you to eat vegetables and never smoke,
Oh,
right? So it's like it's not that you don't know what to do, but sometimes you just need that real accountability from a coach.
apply it to
So
yourself.
it really so taking a look at that, it's also not to just dump it on the person. Well, this is what I've been through and this is where I've gone. I've been here, I did this and like we don't want to dump it. It's still casual conversation that's not calculated, right? We don't want to have calculated conversations because people can feel that,
It's
right?
real.
It's like
That's real.
like why are you going down a checklist? I'm just saying if you feel compelled instead of reserving it,
Mhm.
share it,
That's
right?
right.
So sometimes you're like, oh, maybe I should tell them this because that's where the conversation led. And you're like, nah, it's too early. Nah, I don't know about all that. I just met him. This is the second date. I don't know. But if it's a part of who you are, that's
That's
okay.
that's real. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real. That's
Trust
real.
Black women.
I
You
love
went so
it.
high for the advice, and you did it.
So, Nia, how can people slide into your DMs? How can they find you? Remember, at the time of this, she's single. I make no promises otherwise, people. Okay. How can they slide in your DMs, girl?
I'm me everywhere. I am not one of those, hey, lawyer chick, awesome, win all the cases. That is not me. I am Nia Weeks. That is it.
Nia Weeks. All right. So they can find you on everything,
Yes.
Nia Weeks. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. So what is one takeaway that you're taking away from today, Nia?
Be proud to lead with self in the beginning, and the results will come as they may. So, yeah.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank
Oh my
you.
goodness. You're welcome. All right, family. So you heard it here. Be proud to lead with self and don't have calculated conversations. Let it flow. Let it flow. Flow with it. And instead of reserving it, share it. That's our time for today. This is Coach Cass. See you on the next show. Tell a friend, leave a review. Follow us on Instagram too, at Inspire Many. Much love, many blessings. Till next time. Bye-bye.